Λίγες μέρες πριν, κυρίες και κύριοι, ο πρώην επικεφαλής του Συμβουλίου Εθνικής Ασφαλείας των ΗΠΑ εξαπέλυε βόμβες για τον Ερντογάν στη σουηδική τηλεόραση, χαρακτηρίζοντάς τον νέο Μουσολίνι και ζητώντας την αποβολή του από το ΝΑΤΟ. Σήμερα, ο Τζον Μπόλτον μιλά αποκλειστικά στον Sky και την Νικολέτα Κρητικού, επιμένει ότι η Τουρκία πρέπει να τεθεί εκτός συμμαχίας και μιλά για το ενδεχόμενο νοθείας στις τουρκικές εκλογές.
Ambassador Bolton, President Erdogan made it clear that will block the accession of Sweden to NATO. In one of your articles, you say the alliance should put Ankara's membership on the chopping block, considering expulsion. Do you think Turkey destabilizes the alliance?
Well, I think Turkey under President Erdogan definitely destabilizes the alliance. And there's a long list of things that the Erdogan government has done, beginning in my view, with the purchase of the Russian S-400 air defense system. There are contradictions between the S-400 and other NATO air defense systems. It compromises the stealth nature of our F-35 aircraft, which actually we had agreed Turkey would build part of. Now that's been removed. But when you put these sorts of things together with the unacceptable blockage of certainly Sweden's application for membership and obstructing Finland's application, and you put it together with Erdogan's efforts to prevent the popular vote in Turkey to be held in a free and fair fashion, that I think this is all behavior inconsistent with being a NATO ally. If Erdogan tries to steal it, then I think we have to look at expulsion or at least suspension. You just can't have a NATO member behaving.
Is there such an article about expulsion at the founding treaty of NATO? Are there voices amongst the member states who should take the initiative to trigger any article?
Well, I think the United States could take the initiative. There's no specific provision in the charter, but under the international law doctrine of rebus sic stantibus, I think it's possible to expel or suspend a member. And there's another way to do it too, which is you dissolve the alliance and then recreate it 1 second later with all the same members except Turkey.
Curbing Greece's sovereignty has become a fundamental objective of Ankara, threatening even to invade the Aegean Islands. Are NATO members' reactions equivalent to such threats?
Well, I think this is unfortunately behavior we've seen from Turkey before. It's much worse, I believe, under Erdogan than in previous years. There's no doubt NATO members have disputes among themselves on a variety of different issues, but it's just inconsistent with being a good member of the alliance to be threatening other NATO members.
Should Biden administration approve the sale of F-16 fighter jets to Turkey if Ankara gives the green light for Sweden's bid?
Yeah, I think the thing to do at the moment is postpone any significant decisions on things like the sale of the F-16s until after the May Turkish election. I think in part Erdogan is playing politics, playing to the fundamentalist element in Turkey by opposing Sweden. I think it's part of his general anti-Kurdish campaign. So I think what we need to do is avoid giving Erdogan, or really any of the Turkish candidates, the ability to use the NATO issue to their own political advantage.
Turkey, as you mentioned before, is blackmailing Sweden and Finland, threatens to invade Greece, purchases Russian military equipment, and refuses to sanction Russia. Is there actually a red line to all these provocations?
Well, I think when you add all of these things together, there's a pretty good case to expel Turkey right now. But because it's my judgment that the real problem is not the people of Turkey. The real problem is Erdogan and his neo-Ottomanist aspirations to recreate Turkey before the end of World War I and the abolition of the Ottoman Empire. It has been a significant part of the NATO alliance, and I hope we can return to that. But I don't see that's possible if it goes down the road of a stolen election where Erdogan wins again.
Minister Soylu said a while ago that all American ambassadors who serve in Turkey are helping to organize military coups against Erdogan. What is your comment on that?
Well, that's ridiculous. And it shows, I think, some element of how desperate Erdogan is. He's very worried, given what happened in the municipal elections in 2019 in Istanbul and Ankara and Izmir and other cities in Turkey where the vote was against his party. I think he worries it could be again. That's why I'm worried he'll try and steal the election. Therefore, why we need openness and transparency to prevent that from happening.